just walking and talking on the treadmill. My health journey has been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Many times when I'm under stress, I lose weight and I look great. But I don't want that to be the defining factor for my health journey because it's not healthy. So lately, I've been thinking a lot about consistency and focus, balanced with joy, fun, living life. Because you could do both and. I think a lot of times when we listen to people talk about health and wellness or weight loss or dieting, it's either or. You can have a life or you can be thin, snatched, and healthy. And I believe you can have both. As I've gotten older, health is more and more and more important. When I was younger, I didn't really have to worry about weight. I've always been pretty, not thin, thickum, not overweight, not obese, pretty healthy overall. I mean, I've really been blessed in my health, period. Even if I've gotten sick or whatever, I thank God for a strong immune system because I've been able to bounce back. So I'm very appreciative of that. I'm very appreciative of my temple, my body, and what it does for me each and every day. How the systems work for me, how God designed it to do that. And I know everybody might not believe that way, but I do. It reminds me of the Bible verse that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and my soul, my mind, my will, my emotions knows that right well. So even my soul knows that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. An immaterial part of me, mind, will, emotions. I just need to ensure that I'm consistently coming into alignment with what my soul already knows. By renewing my mind, asking God to restore my soul from the pieces that have been lost in whatever life situation. Because God can put you back together again. He can restore your soul. Oh, he's so good at that. So good at bringing health into your soul. Especially when sometimes you don't even know what you need in your soul. Like you can be dealing with a rebellious bend towards something, and it keeps showing up as symptoms in your life until God knocks on the door of your heart and says, hey, this is something generational that you need to deal with, you know. All right, this is something that you need to deal with because of a decision that you made. He's good like that. And so, as my journey, my health journey has been up and down, back and forth, sometimes I've made a decision to be consistent. And consistency doesn't necessarily have to look the same every day, but the effort to meet the goal every day should be the same. I just said something there. Because a lot of times we think consistency looks like the same thing over and over every day. And it doesn't, right? Just like most of the time when you meal prep, you don't eat the same thing every day. Could be some similar things, but you're making sure you get the right amounts of protein, the right amounts of carbs, right amounts of vegetables. It's going to look different on some days. And it's the same thing with consistency. It might look different on some days, but the effort, the momentum of that effort needs to be the same, close to it. So I've made that decision, meaning that I've cut off any other options. When you decide, that word DE, or that prefix DE means to cut. So when you decide something, you're cutting off all these other options, and you're saying, that's cut off. I'm doing this one thing right here. I'm being consistent, right? And there may be days that you have to give yourself grace, because our days are not the same. Some days are great, butterfly juice, rainbows. Other days are harder, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And so you've got to give yourself some grace. Not an excuse, but some grace. So maybe you don't do 50 push-ups, but you do 25 with that same force of momentum. And you take a rest when you need to, but you don't quit, right? So you keep going as best you can at the momentum that you start out with. And again, you may need to move your energy to a different area. For example, you may need to move your energy to working out on your arms or your core or your legs, but with that same velocity that you start out with. And just know that things are going to come to get in your way. Things are going to happen to distract you, to distract me. Go back to that decision. Why did you cut off all the other options? Why did you cut off all the other things for this one goal and this one outcome? What's the why, right? Is it your wellness, your mental health? You want to bring down your cholesterol? You want to look good? You want the energy to, have fun with your kids or your grandkids? My grandkids have a lot of energy. All three of my princes have so much energy, and I need energy to keep up with them. Whether they're walking, running, swimming, whatever it is that they're doing, I need that energy. Because toddler energy, it ain't no joke, okay? They will have you somewhere crying in the corner. Yeah, it's real. So, I know one of the main things, too, as I've made this decision is prayer. Because I don't want to strive to be healthy. Doing it in all my works, but inviting God into this journey with me. And say, God, I can't do this on my own. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the mental fortitude that I need. So I'm inviting you in, right? I'm not a world champion. I don't have a world champion mentality in this area. Maybe in another area I do, but in this one I don't. So I'm asking for your help. The Bible says that God is a very present help in the time of trouble. So if your wellness or your health is in trouble, He can help with that too. My mom often says He's concerned about what concerns you. And I'm beginning to believe that more and more and more. So I'll be praying for you too. That whatever decision you make, you can stick to it. Because we all know it can get hard as we watch these protests and different things. Life is not linear. It can get tough. And we need all the help and interdependence, healthy interdependence that we can have for this